You
Yes,
pressed record.
Oh, all right, I did.
And then I checked it to make sure it was.
Wait. It's 4 a.m. Welcome to the KORRACAST.
That's what you guys talked about in the car? An hour
There was more
drive
to that.
and that's it?
We didn't talk about KORRACAST. We
So
talked
many
about how
layers
much
to
I
that.
didn't want to film KORRACAST. We talked for an hour
I could
about
have come up with that.
how much I didn't want to film
KORRACAST.
KORRACAST at 4 a.m. tonight.
Sean almost drove us off the road like 100 times.
Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about the episode Korra Alone.
So on Thursday at the New York Comic Con, they had the final Legend of Korra panel, and they actually screened Korra Alone, so one day before the general public got it. And I heard that it was just an incredible panel, and Mike and Brian had kind of like a little slideshow and a little video about just like their work on Avatar and Korra, and just from the very beginning. Because I mean, they've been working on Avatar now for well over a decade. I mean, it's just kind of crazy to think about. And I know like Janet Varney, like she had like a really emotional kind of video where she talked about how being on Legend of Korra really changed her life. So
Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the New York Comic Con for the last Korra panel. But one of our friendly sites, Avatar Legends, if you don't follow avatarlegends.net, or you can follow their Facebook page, they were able to go, and they had all kinds of cool coverage.
Let's talk about this episode, Korra Alone. Reminds us of another episode.
Which one is that?
Zuko.
the Avatar state.
Avatar. The Great Divide.
The Great Divide.
I think that Zuko Alone was a fan favorite, so obviously this was a little bit of fan service, at least in the title, but it was nice after the last episode, at least for me, just bam, 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 here's all this new stuff that you have to adapt to, just to like, let's slow down, let's see what Korra's been doing.
An interesting thing to think about is like not only the similarities in the titles, but also it's kind of opposite from where Zuko was to where Korra is, because Zuko was banished by his nation.
Right.
But Korra, I mean, like everyone wants to help her and they want to be there for her, but she is alone because she wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, Zuko's actually reaching out, and he meets that nice farm family, and he's trying to figure out what he wants, and Korra's just like, I
thought it was kind of cool too, because you get like you said, you get the politics in the first episode stuff, but they did a really good job of making this episode like an escape. You really get a sense of Korra just like being completely separated from the world, right?
And they did a good job of making it feel like 3 years had passed. Also, that was impressive in 22 minutes. So.
And like as far as her recovery goes, I think a lot of the opposite was happening to her. What needed to happen, like Tenzin was telling her, like, no, don't worry about it. We got this under control. And really, it's almost like the opposite is what she wanted to hear.
That's not what she wanted to hear.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, no, the world needs me. I need to get better. I need some,
she needed to motivate
to try to,
Yeah.
exactly, to
And
try to recover. But,
And her spiritual connection was broken, so the only way she was going to have any sort of connection to the past lives was talking to Katara, since she was,
right, and no, exactly, and she's kind of in the different ways that she had connections to other people in the world, looking for help from other people, looking for help from Katara and Tenzin, all these kind of people. It's interesting that she returns to the Yggdrasil, or whatever the tree of time.
Yggdrasil? What?
That's the tree of the Norse mythology.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought that it was like some sort of prescription drug, like a sleeping pill.
So she returns to the tree, right?
Yeah.
And the one place where like these spirits are talking to her and like, hey, you lost your spiritual connection. We're spirits. Maybe we can help you. No. Like what? I don't understand. That was like totally stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, of course, that happens to be that then they're the ones that actually end up helping her.
Well, I mean, it's stupid.
I thought that was really stupid.
It's stupid, but it's not out of character for Korra.
Right.
If anything, it's perfectly in line with her character.
Yeah, I mean,
it is and it isn't. I mean, yeah, her character goes, but this episode, she's at a pretty low point. She's looking for help, but the one place she goes to look for help specifically, she went there to get help.
She says that she's looking for help, and she literally says it, but I still get the sense that she doesn't want. So the scene when Katara is like, you have to want like this, and she's like, I want that more than anything. I still get the sense that she doesn't really want. She thinks she wants that, right? That's I want to be better. I want to be the Avatar.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But there's something inside her that really, deep down, maybe that's not what she wants anymore. Because what's her demon? Her demon is her Avatar self, right?
Yeah.
No.
And I gotta say, the way that they handled her personal demon was really disturbing. It was really kind of dark and unexpected. They kind of went into that surreal realm that only every once in a while cross into with this series, and I was impressed with how they handled it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I mean, I know that like our cameraman, who's standing over there, he was saying that Avatar state Korra that was kind of like following her, they were calling it like the Nega Korra. So
Yeah,
I had never heard that. That's funny though.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of funny, but it kind of makes me think because I mean, in what way exactly is the Nega Korra? Is it the fact that this is like a fully realized Avatar and Korra at this point is not, or is it like what is that? Her Korra being the Avatar state, what is that supposed to like be a symbol of? You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I got like a couple things. Is again herself. I think really it's partially. I think she can't kind of forgive herself for whatever it is. Maybe she's done to herself. You know, whatever. Maybe it's not a specific thing, but she just kind of can't get over it, and she blames herself for everything that's happened. And so I think that kind of represents that. But I also think it's also still the pressure she puts on herself, because even throughout her journey, she's still confronted with past avatars. The pictures of Aang, Katara is a representation of that. Oh, my favorite avatar is Avatar Kyoshi. You know, like all these are the past avatars and her expectations of what she has to be.
And then immediately she fails.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, so Korra's ability to feel self-worth is bigger than her being a successful avatar, right? Because she's proven that she is. Like, regardless of how she feels on the inside, I mean, they have a statue for her in Republic City. Obviously, she's been doing a good job. Yeah. She just, her expectations are so high.
So let's talk about the ending. Okay. We went back to the swamp, which was never really one of my favorite episodes of the original series, but I did think it was interesting that this was where we got the big Toph reveal. That was actually the first time we ever saw Toph in the original series. She was a ghost thing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I liked that Toph has come full circle as a character in a weird roundabout way. But what else did you guys think about just the fact that she's there? I mean, it was very short, but
I thought it was
I thought it was cool. The most important thing I thought was like, oh, hey, it's good to see you. Or whatever she said. Like,
she says it's good to see you again. Yes.
Right. So I don't know. That's obviously interesting. Like she obviously means that in a metaphorical way.
Right.
Yeah. Or does she? Maybe her sight was restored.
It reminds me of the Dax character from Deep Space Nine and how.
Does it?
It does, because they had the symbiote that was referred to by past lives.
Yeah. It does actually.
Watch it. Check it out.
Well, what did you think? What did you think about Toph being like having such a distinct personality? Like,
it doesn't surprise me.
No,
she has so much.
I thought it was cool, but ultimately, I thought that the episode that was just kind of like a little cherry.
It was a teaser. The episode itself was strong enough without the Toph teaser. But it's just kind of, hey, watch next week.
The more important thing was that Mike and Brian stole our Civil War letter idea from season 2.
My beloved Pabu, word has arrived from the Rhino Pony Express of Civil War. Oh, my heart does tremble. I long for your embrace. Come back to me soon.
We want royalty. The money that you're not making from the show because it's online.
All we require is for Mike or Brian to put in the comments, yes, we stole that idea.
Yeah.
Okay, get on it, Mike and Brian.
And a couple signed posters. Okay, so what is Toph's overall purpose going to be to this series? Because, I mean, she was a character from the original series. They're bringing her back. She was a part of the original Team Avatar. Yeah. What's she going to do for Korra?
What's she going to do? Why is she here? What's she doing here? Why do we care?
Oh, well,
how does Toph?
They set her up last season.
What does Toph?
What the Toph?
Why?
Why is Toph? Why Toph?
Are we going to keep going? Why Toph?
Does anyone else have any more Avatar news?
No.
And that's all for Avatar news.
Maybe this was a mistake. But we're going to just keep doing it. Okay, keep going.